What's going on? This is Christopher Allen, and welcome back to Bro, Where's My Phone? The podcast and radio show. It's Thursday. We're on 92 KELZ, and you're locked in. New music, new artists, and new sound all the time. What's going on, my people?
What is the deal?
I was trying to sneak in my purse without making a noise, but hello, everybody.
That's the marvelous Artistik Rebel creative. And we got that boy Tony The Nocturnist, fresh off a tour, but last night
that boy too raw.
Boy had the RawArtistHouston experience, first time.
Popping the collar.
Photographer. How was your event hosting? I mean, displaying your work, and tell the people a little bit of what you did yesterday.
Yeah, so yesterday, man, I attended the Raw Artist Art Showcase event yesterday. As a photographer, I'm a man of many talents, but yesterday I was a photographer. So I basically had my booth set up with lots of canvas prints of my world-renowned night photography.
Talk it.
I was able to, network with a few artists, a few other artists of several different mediums. And I was able to interact with a lot of clients and customers, and I actually got a couple sales in. So man, it was a good night. It was dope. Right. It was dope. She popping the t-shirt collar once again.
Shout out to all the artists that may be listening in. If you haven't heard about RawArtistHouston, I know Artistik Rebel had a chance to be a featured artist a couple years back.
Well, OG in the game, 2014. Yeah.
Right. So do we tell the people it's basically an event for artists, of course.
Absolutely. To
basically show off their artwork. So it wasn't just photographers. You had people who were artists.
They were illustrators, painters, makeup artists, models, musicians. I mean, people across the whole spectrum. If it's a creative outlet, they were there. Right.
I know when I went with Meech with Rebel, I remember passing by the body. What is it? The body
yeah, they had that little corner on lock.
It caught my attention. You don't have to go to Onyx. Come to RawArtistHouston. You might see a little something, but it's artwork. It was pretty cool, man, because there was a lot of different things going on at one time.
Right.
So shout out to the people who don't think things go on in Houston. You have to find the event.
Right.
You have to find the event that fits your liking, things that you like.
Pay attention to your social media events out
there
all
Facebook lets you know all the time.
All the time.
And I'm the one that found out about it a week later.
Right.
Never failed.
Wait, when that happened?
Don't let it be a concert. I'm forever finding about it a week later. Like I've missed J. Cole like twice.
Right.
Finding out about the events that's going on in Houston. Is that what you're saying?
All of them. It's like, man.
I think
I pretty much find out the little third world bike tours. That's the only thing I see. And I ain't trying to bike like that.
Man, I am trying. You talking about the outdoor tours with the bikes? I think that you don't like that.
Man, that's exhausting.
I'm a little lazy.
Man, being outdoor, man, we all different because I feel like it's cool, and I think they have some that are.
We should try it.
Motorbikes.
We can do it one time.
What about taking your camera out and riding a bike and going around and shooting different pieces of graffiti around Third Ward?
That'd be like 5 hours. I
haven't done it in Third Ward, but I do it. Like back in the day, I used to do it downtown. I would go rent one of those little bikes.
Man, we really need to do that.
Yeah, it's cool. You rent the bike. You know what I'm saying? You ride around. You stop, get your shot. You move on to the next. It's a heck of a lot faster than being on foot. I tell you that because we started on foot.
What time of year did you go? Because last time I rented the bikes, it was too hot to do anything.
Man, we was going any time of the year. Like, let's see, when I first started photography, it was probably roughly around the winter time. So it was a little breezy, you know what I mean? But, we didn't care what time of night it was.
It was a little chilly that night. We went out there like that.
Yeah. I like when Houston weather is cool because it gives me, if I can't live, I don't know where y'all would. If y'all can stay anywhere y'all want. It gives me an East Coast feel when it's cold in Houston.
Right.
And I'm out. I don't want to be out there for hours where I'm freezing, but just temporarily taking pictures, freestyling.
A cool 60. I'd be happy with that. If it stayed like that year round, I'd be good with that.
Hashtag hoodie season.
Hoodie season, you know what I'm saying? You can rock the hoodie.
Pico season,
right? You can rock the hoodie,
trying to do the whole scarf and all that.
You could go short sleeve too. I mean, it's the most versatile weather ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and short sleeves.
Like it, love it, hate it. If you have to pick one? Houston weather, go.
Fall.
Fall.
Yeah.
Fall when we have one.
when we have a fall.
Right.
Houston have 3 seasons in one day.
For real.
Like today.
Oh yeah. You was about to say exactly what I was about to say. Like,
was it 3 today?
Yo, it was hot. It rained a little bit earlier today, so that kind of cooled it off. But then
that rain came out of nowhere.
It came out of nowhere. But once it stopped, it just heated right back up. So some crazy weather out there, man.
I think I would say between 50 and 55. Once you start getting in them 40s, I'm like, nah, I ain't trying to break out the speed code.
Too much cold on my chest.
I have no clue what any of my scars are, so I can't even look fresh.
Oh, you gotta have to work on that. But I like it because I get to rock the Timbs and you know what I'm saying, the jeans and the hoodies.
New York boy.
Yeah. You know, it is what it is.
Shout out to all the people in Houston listening right now on 92 KELZ. This is Bro, Where's My Phone? Now, you're listening to us live on the radio right now. If you're on Facebook, I don't know if any of us are live right now. Are y'all guys live?
I'm about to get up off this.
Yeah, I'm about to jump off of it now.
If you listen on us live, leave some comments, man. Let us know how your week went. I'm going to start off with what is the app of the week? And I asked this question, what app has gotten the most use today, this week? What you rocking with? Gmail?
Yes.
Communication?
Because of the show. Like, I've been communicating with the showcase manager. He's just kind of been trying to fill us in on what we need to do throughout the week. So, man, I've been on Gmail like crazy. Plus, waiting on canvases to come in, so tracking packages and all this other stuff. So, yeah, I like social media wasn't even a thing.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, does Gmail really even count?
I mean, you know, it still is a form of communication.
Instagram or die.
That's usually my motto, but like I said, it's been a busy week, so you know.
You know how I know that I'm addicted to the app? I haven't posted in like 2 or 3 days, and I'm still checking it. Like, what are you checking for? Like, you ain't wrote nothing.
Which app is that?
Instagram. I was like, I hadn't even. Like, I comment like to keep it going if I haven't posted anything, but. Man, I be checking it like, you know what, you might be addicted to this.
You know what? You're not alone. I have this crackhead type of, when I, listen.
I thought you meant say crackhead cousin.
To the crackhead example. I'm on Instagram. I'm addicted. Y'all know I'm addicted to my phone. Look up. I'm on my phone, right? So listen, on my phone, I'm on Instagram scrolling. Sometimes I don't even know why I'm scrolling because I'm used to my finger going up. I always turn around and look behind me to make sure nobody's looking over my shoulder, and nobody's there.
Nobody checking for you, Otis.
But sometimes have you scrolled past a picture? What's going on, Danielle?
What up?
In the building, we got Nook, the intern.
Great.
I'm here.
The intern made it.
I just walked up in the building.
Yeah, so
he owes some cocoa, man. He late.
Traffic.
That's no excuse.
That traffic was a beast.
When you get in the working field, there's no excuse. They're gonna say you should have left earlier.
Yeah.
They're gonna say that, but I still be showing up.
So listen. Back to Instagram. Back to Instagram. On there, I'm scrolling, and sometimes something catches your eye, but I'm not in church, but I still scroll back. I don't know. What do you do? What catches your eye on Instagram? Artwork, artists, people?
My Instagram, I follow a bunch of, my business Instagram, I follow a bunch of artists, so I'm forever in tune with like what they got going on.
Yeah.
Nothing ratchet catches your eye? Like
I don't follow no ratchet people.
It catches my eye, but not
on
in a good
Artistik
way.
Rebel.
That's what I'm saying. Let's talk about it. I don't give my money to Onyx I don't go to. Sometimes I'm just on Instagram, man. I wonder how many people have stuff on Instagram that they spouse don't know about. I don't know. I just.
Nah, I ain't playing that. Not on the gram.
Yeah. That's too public. Like,
that's a lot of them.
My wife follow too much for me to be trying to pull some stuff up like that.
No. Keep it in your phone. You know how it'll tell you stuff like send a fifth picture, and you'll look at it like, oh no, send that one.
Right.
Keep it in your photo album, or find you an app that can lock down your photo albums. Keep it in there. Like, don't bring it to the book. Don't bring it to the gram.
Right.
So here's a recap.
What is Danielle doing over there?
Get my life together.
Here's a recap. Tony, your app of the week is Gmail, right?
Right.
Rebel, yours is Instagram.
All day, every day.
Okay, mine is Instagram too. The intern just walked in. Nook, I know you be on. Oh, I can talk about you. What's your app that you're on? Probably the most.
Instagram.
Instagram?
The most, yeah. 'Cause
Hey.
that's what my platform is.
Okay.
I'm about to say his
Dope.
voice. Did you hear that? That's what his platform is.
Nook be plugging, yo.
That's where his platform
Where-
is.
where-
I'm gonna get some people.
Nook be plugging for real. Like, for real. I love it.
Nook, how old are you?
11. I'm 11.
11?
Yeah.
What's your Instagram name?
Nook the Goat, because I changed it.
Oh, my bad. I called you the Great.
It's
I'm
Nook
sorry.
the Great.
It's
I
okay.
changed it back. I'm sorry.
Mama changed it back.
Ooh, burn.
Okay, you
It's
doing
called
your thing.
branding. You have
Branding?
to brand it.
Look at
Right.
that.
Mama not gonna steer you
She
wrong.
ain't gonna steer you wrong, man. Oh,
So let's
man.
kick this bro. Where's my phone off with a topic.
Okay.
The topic that I have for today is: should everybody go live on Facebook? Nook, I want to hear what you got to say.
I don't think everybody should go live. Like, sometimes, you just want to keep to yourself. You don't always have to, everybody doesn't have to know everything that you're doing at every second.
Talk that talk.
Okay.
Facts.
All right.
If there's something happening or if you want to go live, you can go live. It's your choice. Like, you don't
Right.
have to go live like every day. Oh, well, if you have to, you have to.
Tony, what you got? What do you think?
Well,
I mean, it's your opinion. It's not a right or wrong answer.
well, ironically, I'm on Facebook Live right now, so.
Hey, you handling business.
But it's not often that I do it. It's same thing Luke said. I'm not gonna document every moment in my life, just for social media to see. That kind of makes things boring. I kind of like to leave a little bit of mystique to my life. So,
Right.
me doing this right now is just kind of giving people a peek into like what goes on.
Right,
But
as you should.
other than that, nah. I'm not with it full time.
Right.
It's just me.
Rebel, just your opinions on it. What's your idea?
Oh man, definitely not every day. Like, this is my second time going live, probably for the year.
Are you going live on Instagram or Facebook?
I'm live on I think
You're on
Facebook.
Facebook,
Yeah. Should have been my friend.
I'll put Danielle in the mix. What do you go live, Danielle? And if you do, like, why do you go live? What are you talking about?
I go live here. I go live when it's something that's worthy. I'm not going to go live and just start talking about my day. This is productive.
Right, so you're taking care of business.
Yes.
You're going live when you're taking care of business.
Yes.
What are anybody could answer this question, what are some of your pet peeves for people that you've seen going live may not be talking about anything?
The angle of the camera
Right.
makes a huge difference. I don't want to see the nostrils, the hair.
I'm sorry, I got to work on that.
Oh my God.
They call that the uncle shot. The old man shot, because every old man always shoot their picture from that angle.
That's true. Down below.
It's like they looking through those glasses, like how you look down.
It's
I don't know.
just them not really caring about
I'm gonna
that.
say
You know
old
what I
man
mean?
shot.
Yeah, that's the other angle.
I think my thing is lighting. I don't like, if I'm gonna tune in just to see what, you might accidentally click on somebody's live to see what they're talking about, and you in a dark room. It's light in the room, but you don't know lighting. And because we're photographers, we tend to be more looking at the technical part. Is there enough lighting? Audio. Can you hear on the mic? But my
Right.
thing is just lighting. It's technical. It's like, cut on the lights. Go by a window. It's easier to listen to you.
Lighting is everything when it comes to video and photos anyway.
I mean, you talking to photographer, so
But
of course lighting is
this is
everything.
photography talk.
Right. So, and y'all, if y'all do go live, is it Facebook or is it Instagram?
I mean, well, we both tried
When you
both
do.
just now.
It depends on the day.
Mine is probably Instagram.
Instagram?
Yeah.
You have followers? I mean,
Yeah.
people actually be watching?
Yeah.
He said it like,
Right
duh.
now, right now.
Well,
Okay, cool.
well, Chris.
Right.
Don't doubt the future, man.
Not at all, man. I know who his mom is. She's very advanced when it comes to technology. And Nook is going to be, he's already ahead of the game.
Right.
Look what room he's in.
Hello.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
There you go.
And we're not making you go to New York, Manhattan to get some cheesecake for 3 of us. We're not doing that. Straight
I
on
mean,
the mic.
a couple of scones from Starbucks would be nice.
Man,
I'm just saying.
I have not
Take
found.
notes, Mom.
Have y'all found that chocolate chunk scone?
Christmas is coming.
Not yet.
We have somebody on live that wants to chime in saying people that hold the phone or hold the camera and not say anything. Have you guys witnessed that?
All the time.
Are they like the ones who sing the lyrics like that? Like, I can't stand that.
Yeah.
The ones that sit there and mouth the lyrics.
Oh, they lip sync the lyrics?
Yeah, I can't stand that.
Yeah.
I know. I can tell you one thing.
I'm guilty of it, though.
One thing that I do not like is when I'm watching I see people's stories and they're just holding the camera, like making faces. Women do this. Ladies do this because they have their makeup done, cheeks. They don't say anything. They just looking at the camera. Some of them wink.
We call that serving.
Hello.
Tell me about it. Please explain.
We
because
call
I'm
that
like,
serving.
there's
Serving
no
face.
content.
That's their IG model behavior.
I agree.
But that's what it is. Please help me out. It's called serving. You want to, you feel good. You feel good about yourself. You want to show it off. Am I correct? Or
That's true.
wrong?
The makeup only gonna last so long, man.
Yeah, so you have to let them know. I work Monday through Friday and sometimes Saturday, but trust and believe I still can, represent correctly.
Right.
Monday through
You
Friday.
can drop a picture and be like, I got it. Don't let the
Hashtag no filter.
Hello.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Enlightening.
All right. What else we got out there when it comes to social media etiquette?
Is there a such thing?
No.
Y'all don't think it's a thing called? There's social media.
Yeah, I think it is. What I've been noticing lately is like people put you on like a follow timeline. Like they'll follow you,
Right.
and like if you don't follow back in a day or so, they unfollow. Like, don't follow me. You putting a timeline on when you think I should respond.
I didn't know that was a thing. And
Yeah,
now that you mention it, you're not the first person that said that.
Oh, it's horrible on Instagram.
Oh yeah, I'm speaking specifically of Instagram. They'll follow you, and then you'll see like such and such go away a couple days. Like, man, don't follow me.
But you know
put
what,
me on no
though?
timeline.
A lot of influencers will do that. Like to try to get their numbers up. What they'll do is they'll follow you and then wait for you to follow back. Once you follow back, then they be like, peace. Then they go. So they got their numbers
I got
up.
an
and you
app
just
that
stuck.
tell you.
Yeah.
Man, that's
right
whack.
back and unfollow.
I used to have that app, but I don't even care about numbers like that no more. So,
Well, first of all, I go through and see if I like your pictures.
right.
Because for the most part, I'm following like different artists.
Every
So
now
if
and then-
you're like an everyday person, I'm really not gonna follow you back on that page. I got a personal page where I'll follow you back and we can connect. But if you're not like an artist, entrepreneur, I really don't.
So
like
what
that way
makes you
influencing.
keep following? Do you unfollow if it's a little ratchetness in there?
If it's ratchetness off top, I'm gonna see it.
What's the definition of ratchet? You're ratchet.
Anything that's not art or business related on that page.
That's shady.
And then if you shaking and everything on my personal page, just shake away. I don't
Shake
care.
away. Shake away. I like that.
Can't go out a lot is what I would like to.
Then we'll say I can't. Why you can't? Let's
So
talk, Chris.
before we go there, I live through other people. So like if you go out, Danielle, and you were here, I'm not there. I don't feel like paying for parking and getting out. I'm cheap. I'm watching your stories. Okay, it's popping there at Club Yaka. I don't know. I just made that. I just called you out. I just made that up.
The most ratchetest club ever in life.
Define the ratchet, Danielle.
Club Yakum.
Define it.
Ratchet is me, but
I like
Did you
a
say
little bit of
ratchet is
everything.
me?
Hey, honesty is key.
Let me go back to your page.
I-
I'm going to write ratchet on there if I see a ratchet.
Go ahead.
With a little chick.
go
Be
ahead,
like,
and
ratchet.
I'm gonna put a heart.
Ratchet don't bother me. It doesn't bother me. I only call the herd. I only call the herd depending on like the level of I guess interaction. You know what I mean? Like if I'm following somebody, you know what I'm saying? If I go a long time without getting like a lot of response, I'm just like, well, we don't rock out like that. I just unfollow you. But
Right, listeners, listen to me. If
Like,
you're
if they
listening,
got good content, you still unfollow them? If they don't respond?
if they got good content, it's very rare that I'll still follow them. But usually, I like to be engaged when I'm on social media. So like if I'm talking to somebody and they don't respond back, I'm just like whatever. But I give it a while, man. I don't just like.
I've been saying you wanted them to give people 3 days and
I don't do 3
unfollow.
days. It's usually like months, and then I just be like, oh, I don't talk to them. Whatever.
right. So, listeners, if you're listening to this conversation right now, there is no handbook on what to post, it's your content. So my thing, and this is personal, have fun with whatever you post. If it's ratchet, then, unsubscribe, don't look at that person's stuff, whatever. It's a little bit of everything on social media. Like you said, Rebel enjoys artists and looking at other artwork. You may get inspired by people's what they post.
Another one too.
Yes.
If you have your profile listed as a business, make sure your photos are of the business. Like I come across so many of them where you even go through the whole thing of having the branded page where it'll say like photographer, artist, whatever, and then you go to their page and it's like either like flyers or the kids and them. Like, I don't need to follow this if you're not gonna keep your business. Yeah, like just say you want your numbers from your business page and your personal photos. Like, I don't want to see that on that page.
That throws people off too, man. That's a easy way to lose followers, man. Like, because
it's unprofessional to have a business page, but when you go to that business page, it doesn't reflect what you claim to be. What you claim to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, you need to have business on your page. Like, if it's personal there's a personal page and then there's a business page. Like, you need to separate them.
They don't.
Right.
And whatever, and everything just needs to be relevant to whatever it is that you claim that you're doing.
Oh, and one other pet peeve.
What's up, Rebel?
If it's a business page, do not have that page private. What are you hiding from?
Yes, I can't.
You losing people with that. Like, if your page is private and you clearly have a business profile page, like, really, who are you hiding from? Like, you losing out on potential clients.
You ain't gaining nothing.
Networking. Yeah, it's like, what's so sacred on the other end? Because I don't know how y'all do it, but if they have a private page, I'm not gonna click follow. Like, I'm deliberately not clicking follow.
I agree. I do the exact same thing. If it's private, all right.
I don't care how bum your photos are. Excuse me, how bum that profile picture is, because your page is private. I can't see nothing else past it.
I agree.
I'm intentionally not hitting follow. So just know
100%.
it's other people like me that think that.
And we also have, I'm going to chime in, we also have another listener, adding on to what you had to say, Rebel. He's stating Jessica Realtor LLC in the bio, but you throwing that A in a circle on your business, which I've seen quite a bit.
She's trying to get them clients,
yeah,
though.
Trying to get that realtor coin.
You know what? But this is what I did notice.
She's looking for a baller that's looking for a house.
What I noticed on
Jessica
social
trying
media,
to get them coins by any means necessary.
In 2018, what I noticed is, outside of the professional business people, the business brands that are on social media, like Instagram, there are a lot of independent contractors, independent people. They don't even use the word contractors. You might braid hair. You may have a big following, but not necessarily be the definition of professional the world that we came out of. Right. But they show off their hair. They show off their hairstyles. They show off their whatever, and they get business.
That's because it's still their business,
and it's consistent.
It's their business. I mean,
I got love for them, by the way.
I mean, whether they're not, like, I guess, posting quote unquote credentials like within their profile and stuff like that, but because they're out there grinding, taking. I mean, it could be the cell phone shot. It ain't gotta be a professional shot. They taking them pictures of them box braids and
they getting the product out.
Oh yeah. Well, hair, you can, as long as they can see what it is.
They're showing the consistency of their work. So in a sense, although it may not necessarily be, I guess, what people generalize as professional, it's still a business.
It's still a business.
Petty moment. You mentioned hair.
Uh-oh.
Oh, the hair pages.
Yo.
The hair pages that's following you.
Y'all.
This is a conspiracy.
Y'all people. Y'all people. No.
Speak on it.
Outrageous.
Oh, the
I
hair
block
people.
them all.
So, I mean, you know who to trust and who not to trust when it's A-YM1768 and then there's a mannequin head, you know what I'm saying, with the weave on top
with the curly,
the little curly weave. I say, if I see that in that profile pic, I ain't rocking with it. Yo, block.
Matumbo finger.
Block. I posted something about that on Facebook one time with Samitra put a gif up of somebody blocking a basketball shot.
Block them.
Block the person. I learned a new term today.
What's
Danielle put me on a new term.
What's that?
She said, "Oh, you have to have a block party." I didn't use that in associating with blocking people.
You never had a block party?
Chef Roble, I first heard say block party.
What's the block party?
When you start blocking people.
Just out of just
a little louder for the listeners.
Yeah.
When you get fed up, you just.
So is it? Oh, so it's consistent blocking.
Consistent blocking.
I like that.
We ain't made it there yet.
You popular. You popular.
We ain't made it there yet.
Yeah. When I get there, I'm gonna
Y'all keep tuning in to 92 KELZ so we can get as popular as Danielle to have a block party.
Cut it out.
Danielle probably has a blue check. I know you do. You got the blue check.
That blue check?
It's coming.
Not yet.
It's coming.
Where you? What's the number? Where you at?
Up there somewhere.
Up there. Hey, she lost count. Oh yeah, she popping. She popping. She is popping.
Look at her. No, quit it.
Nothing over there being modest.
Nook, what's going on over there? How you feeling?
It's kind of embarrassing that my mom has more followers than me.
She been in the game longer, bro.
Exactly.
She been in the game,
I came first, right?
I'm just saying,
You know
though.
the
That's
edge.
embarrassing. Hold on.
How's that embarrassing?
I got like 200 followers.
That's fine. We working on it.
Oh man, the kids and little cousins and stuff. I know they got thousands of followers. Like, what in the world's going
Yeah,
on?
like I'm doing my best and trying to how my heart is, and then they got like.
Hey man,
a
keep
1K.
pushing,
Just
man.
keep grinding. That's all you gotta do.
You got personality through the roof, man. You gonna get it.
Say,
Thank
don't worry
you.
about the numbers. Just keep rocking. That's all you gotta do.
I will do that.
And when you
Yeah,
get it,
keep
plug
rocking.
us so we can get it.
Hello.
For real. For real.
Keep your mind off them girls. Get in them books. That sound like a dad, huh?
If you get
Yeah.
them followers up, them girls gonna come.
Yeah,
All
they
right.
gonna come.
I don't need to be telling you that. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's right.
No, the girls are there.
Oh, they are
already.
there, Playboy.
Oh, man.
But we're not gonna wait. What we gonna do?
Look over there turning red now.
But you know what? I don't know. Like when we were growing up, we're first generation millennials. So when we had to, y'all remember going to Astro World?
Yep.
Yes.
Get
And
dropped off?
Seeing, I don't know.
Pass.
Season pass, Astro World, pencil or pen on you at all times.
Pen, baby,
because
not
you got
pencil,
phone
you might-
numbers.
Yeah, you had to get that pen.
You didn't have a cell phone to put the
Yeah.
number in. You had to write. You
You
got
go
a piece of
home
paper.
and you count how many numbers you got.
Sometimes it went right here. That number went right here sometimes. Right there in the palm of your hand.
Yep. It's people right now who met their wife, met their husband at Astro World.
Really?
Before the DM.
That's
Huh.
inspiration.
Yeah,
That was the original DM. Oh, the pagers. Y'all had pagers?
I had a pager. Nobody.
My mom told me pages
I
were for
wasn't
dope
blessed enough to
dealers.
have one of those.
Really? You could have switched it up and said, but what about the doctors?
No. She told me that was for dope dealers.
We was too poor.
Wow.
Stories. I'm gonna give y'all a pager story. First
Okay.
pager I had, I purchased from one of my coworkers at Celebration Station.
Ow.
Right? Bought the pager, went home, thought I was cool. Didn't have nobody to page me. I come outside. I'm getting ready to leave. My dad says, I see him coming around the corner. I hurried up and put my shirt down because, I didn't want him to see the pager that I had.
Right.
I put the shirt down, and he said, come here. He lifted up my shirt. Pagers used to be associated with drug dealers
Right,
if you
right.
wasn't a doctor. So he was like, why you have where you get this from? Like, what's this device? I hate when parents
Device.
ask stupid questions
Right,
when
device.
you know. When you already know, you know the answer.
When you know it, when you know it is like just common sense. Common sense. Mama, mother, this is I apologize.
You better stick to the script. Come on, let
sorry.
this man
Listen,
finish his story.
it's just like the feds. They already know the answer. You know what it is. It's a pager. But anyway, he snatched it from me. He was like, he gave it back to me and said, give it back to the person you bought it from. So it was a long time since I had a pager after that.
So you had to get a refund? Did he give you your money
I just
back?
didn't get it back.
Can
No,
I
I
get a
forgot actually what I did with it. What was your first cell phone? What was your first
Prom code with the wood grain.
wood grain?
I did not have that. I had a.
See, you was too fly
What
for
you
me.
had?
It was a Qualcomm. It was some weird phone. It was a little flip phone that had the green screen on it.
I was about to say, I had a Motorola. It was a little flip.
Little
It had the
flip.
orange writing.
And it was a prepaid phone too. I had to that was back when you had to buy minutes.
Yeah.
I had a Nokia. One of them
the
square
little
Nokia.
one that was about as big as your hand.
No, not those. What was
The Nokia, the Motorola.
Motorola,
The fact that we're
Nokia.
talking to an 11-year-old about his first
And
phone.
then he said,
Right,
yeah,
right.
as if it's a throwback. That's
Right.
still relevant.
I had that in college, man. What you talking about?
Nook the intern first phone was in 2016.
Literally.
Just making that up. But about 15. What is it?
No,
15.
he got his first phone at 7.
7, 6, 7.
Yeah.
Wow.
6
Wow.
or 7. Only because he was a latchkey kid.
Yeah.
We needed to keep up with him.
It makes sense.
We not. This is a judge-free
Yeah.
zone.
Shoot, they need them. They
Need them now. All that
Yeah,
craziness
we
that
need
go on in school.
So they
Yeah.
really need them now.
You need that direct link.
So I ain't mad at it at all.
They probably even take them. Do they take them up in schools now?
No.
Because so many people have them.
I put them up, but if you have like a situation or something, they can take it up because like your phone is in the possession of the school now. Because if you have your phone in the school, they can take it at any time. If something happens on your phone or a rumor's going around, like they can take.
They
your
can
phone.
take your phone.
Mhm.
Yeah, we couldn't have cell phones. Well, it wasn't a thing. It wasn't a thing.
I was about to say, in senior year, I got mine taken up. I had to go
So
back
it was-
after graduation to get my phone.
They were rare, but we couldn't have them. We had to keep them in our lockers.
You know what? And I'm gonna tell you this. I used to work for the police department, and so you know when you
Sir.
go downtown. No, I wasn't the popos. I wasn't Rick Ross Danielle. I was admin.
Let me find out you undercover.
I'm not a cop. You ain't a cop, Jay Reed.
It's an
You're not a
mirror.
cop. You're not a cop.
We don't do the laws.
You're not a cop, Jay Reed.
You working with the feds now?
So listen, all those people that confiscate your
No, question.
one part. What?
You know, he liked to finesse.
They used to take people's property and obviously go through the phones. They used to go through the phones. And I'm gonna tell you this. They would even, you're not supposed to do this, but they would go through the phones. And if, women, y'all have y'all nudes, pictures in there, whatever. They'll be spreading them mugs around like it ain't nothing. And it's like, man, that's crazy.
Petty
Them
police.
phones, that content.
That is fire.
Yeah, they ain't do everybody, but they've done that before.
Oh,
Wow, Chris, I'm disappointed.
Shots.
Off the chain.
Fire.
Disappointed.
Let's talk about Tony. Let's get on Tony and the J.O.
Throw that shade tree right at you.
J.O.B. Speaking of
The
jobs,
savage.
man,
The
what
savage.
is the retire year? What year do you retire?
2019.
2019, we're retiring.
Man, I said the same
Better
thing
speak
today.
it into existence.
Shoot, I have been speaking it into existence. I did it in
that out
2018. You know, sometimes life just don't work that way for you.
No.
Keep on
You
pushing.
just got to keep grinding, man.
I said that today, that 2019.
2019 is it, man. We trying to get up out of there.
The first week, you're done. What do you do with your time? Like, what do you do to just celebrate? You know what? I'm walking off my job. That week, what do you picture yourself doing?
I'm going to Galveston. I'm going to sit on the beach. I'm going to go buy me a cold drink. I'm going to watch that sunset. I'm going to get me a few shots in. I'm going to go home and go to sleep. That is good enough for me.
That first week?
The first week.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Man, I'm a road trip somewhere.
Okay.
Straight that weekend.
Yeah, man, because think about all the times you've been stuck at a job, 11 o'clock a.m. You got somebody, whether they off or they working for themselves, or it's some celebrity you following on Instagram. You're like, man, it's 11 o'clock. I'm sitting here at my desk.
On a Wednesday.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm road tripping somewhere. I'm fake balling for a week.
You say fake balling for a
Fake
week.
balling.
Oh,
Yeah, for a
man.
week, man.
Man.
They'll be here like, man, they ain't gonna know till later that I done quit my job. They'll be here like, oh, that's why she was going all them places. Like,
It's a
man,
road
she was
trip
over
would
there
be
eating.
dope.
She was ordering lemon and water everywhere she went.
And bread.
Give me 2 breads.
Before I became the amazing photographer that I went on to become, I was at Barnes & Noble every day for about 12 hours straight, reading about business, marketing. Matter of fact, shout out to Blame the Comic. Me and him both. You don't think comedians, you think we just on stage. We literally would sit in the bookstore for hours getting that knowledge, soaking it in.
Cultivate
and
your
it felt
craft.
so good not to be like, man, I got to get ready and go to work. Like, I got to go
Right.
home and get my mind right. It's more than just physically going to a job, 9 to 5.
Right.
You have the mental freedom to say, I can stay in this bookstore until they close.
You can do whatever you want.
I did that on days that I didn't go in.
Oh, yeah. Shoot, days I didn't go in, I was living a life. Just go hit up Starbucks for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Go hit the streets. Go
It was live.
do a little shopping. Maybe take a stroll somewhere.
Man,
go to
take
the movies.
them little multiple spots. You been here like, I feel like I want to go to the south side today. And after I can leave the
be
south side, I
yourself.
feel like I want to go to the woodlands today. You just be all over the
Yeah,
city.
you be everywhere, man. Everywhere.
And you go back to work the next day like, I'm here.
Gotta go back.
Look, that's every Monday morning. Shoot. You'd be like, why am I even here?
Well,
Every time you be quiet up in here, like Tony working his butt off.
Oh, man, they be killing me over there. And cell phone is trash, too. The signals are trash.
Oh, they do that on purpose. That's when I worked at Toyota Center. They used to intentionally do it like that.
I mentioned that at
the
work
cell
earlier
phone
today.
signal.
Yeah, like the
cell phone
like I have
trash.
like when y'all be doing the group text. I be in the building. I don't be knowing what's going on. As soon as I walk outside, my phone, bing, bing, just be buzzing. Boom, boom,
thought
boom.
you was just hard at work and wouldn't respond.
I be trying not to work all day.
So a lot of times, just in case y'all didn't know, y'all are listening to 92 KELZ. Bro, Where's My Phone? The podcast. Hopefully, the commercial went. It's holiday time. I have I see a few holiday clients coming in, chiming in, wanting to do holiday photos. How about y'all? Do y'all have anybody on the schedule yet, or what do y'all feel about it?
Somebody just called me today talking about doing some holiday photos, so I guess it's about to start up.
About to start? Yeah.
I've been doing holiday shirts.
Holiday shirts? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right.
Ugly sweaters?
Let's go. What you got?
So
Ugly sweater hoodies. Let's go.
I don't know, man. I was thinking about it, and y'all might have seen one of my stories. Maybe not. But I know this year, I feel like, and I'm saying it's the last year I'm doing holiday photos.
Why?
I'm doing Christmas photos. I have no passion for it. I should say that. I know, but I'm saying it
if you
anyway.
don't have passion for it, definitely
we're coming to a close. Like, I'm taking care of my people I'm taking care of my people for this year. But then afterwards, it's kind of like you should not do anything that you don't feel, if you feel like you're going in a different direction, you have to listen to that direction.
So when you say your people, are you talking about African American?
She wants the specifics, bro.
My people are the customers that I have for this year. I'll be taking care of them. Family pictures, Christmas, and then 2019.
Right. It's over? It's a wrap?
It's a wrap.
Well, Chris people, y'all can redirect yourself to me.
Right
I'm
on
still
over
shooting.
I'm a struggling photographer.
I'm still shooting. I want to do more of the type of photography that I want to do. Like, I want to shed the whole Olin Mills look photos. Like, I'll have to post the photos. Because me and my brother, we hadn't done them in a couple of years. We would do, like, real silly type photo shoots. And I want to get back to that.
So with that, have you been challenged? Is that it? Because like the families coming together, or just getting a perfect shot? Like what's I guess
it may need a boost of more creativity from shooting it. I just feel like a factory worker when I'm doing that. I don't feel like the things that I'm passionate about doing is more so. The Sea Island experience, where I'm doing something with your smartphones. You will find me doing a lot more photography lessons with kids and stuff like that. Okay. So when I'm shooting, it's just like at a job. Why do we stay on our jobs? To eat. We need income. We gotta have income. Right. The artist balance is doing what you're passionate about, what you love doing, versus I still have to eat. So you still have to work, but don't we want to get out of, I don't want to say we don't want to work, because we work, but you want to enjoy what you do. That's the bottom line.
I agree.
You have to balance it out.
That is true, because it's a guy I follow. He is he's an actor, like he paints, like he kind of like do multimedias like me and Tony do. And he posted the other day, he was like, I really just like to draw and paint for myself. He was like, the minute I have to paint for somebody else, it feels like a job. And I was sitting there like, but he is really dope at it. Like, but I felt him. Right. But I was like, man.
I totally agree. I'm like that with the T-shirts. Like, if I'm making shirts for myself, I can do it all day long. But once I get a client that comes in with like their own custom designs and stuff like that, it feels like a job, and it's painstaking. Don't get me wrong. I don't turn down the money. But it's really hard to like get just.
Or have you ever had a client that they told you what they wanted, and you was like, okay, I'm going to fulfill your vision. They come back and it's still not right because they've showed it to their friend or they showed it to somebody else, and they come back to you with changes upon changes.
Not not
I
with
was about
shirts.
to say, is that more with t-shirts? Or
It's
it's not like
with
a graphic
logos.
design. Yeah.
With logos.
Oh, yeah.
Logos is like, all right, look, I charge this amount of money. Like before, when I first started doing it, I'd go back and forth with them. But now what I do is I'll say, okay, well, you got to pay this much deposit to at least get the work started. That's for me to create all the concepts so that you can see the concept work. Once you see the concept work, that's when you go in and make your choice. You know, you add your little tweaks. Now, I actually give them a set amount of times they can change it.
That's
I was
smart.
about to say, you need
Because
to
if
implement revisions.
if you let them go, they'll go all day. They'll never be satisfied.
Yeah.
What you do is you say, okay, I'm gonna give you like 3 revisions, right?
That's it.
You give them 3 revisions. Once they go beyond 3 revisions, okay, well, I'm hitting you up for this much money. You know what I'm saying? Once you keep going on and on, and if we finalize the sale and I give you the logo, the
That's
money
Right.
you paid, that's it.
That's
if you
it.
do want to make more changes, now you're paying for a brand new
Yep.
logo, and we're doing it all over.
And then
again.
you have to be stern, and even if
You
it's
have to.
family,
Yeah,
those
yes.
are the worst.
Baby.
Yes.
Those are
those
the
closest to
worst.
you are the
Why?
hardest to work with.
Why is that? That's a whole nother book.
Because they lower your
we
expectations.
had the conversation
That's
the other
so
day.
true.
They're expecting to be lower just based on blood. That's not true support. You know what I'm saying?
That's
if you're gonna
not.
support, you have to pay.
Yeah.
You have to pay.
Just like you go through that drive-through and order that Big
Right.
Mac
Right.
and that iced tea full
Right.
of diabetes.
Right. Well, like I told
You have to pay.
like I told them, you know, if I'm charging you this amount of money and you don't want to pay it, but you'll still go to that other high quality brand that you think is high quality. You'll
Yeah.
pay that.
Yeah.
You'll pay them.
Yeah.
So why can't you give me the same respect?
You don't want to pay me.
Right. Right.
I don't
Like-
know if it's most creatives and most of our own people, it's hard trying to get your price out to them without a discount hookup because I know you because you my cousin, because you my friend or you my homeboy. No, stop the homeboy. This is my price. This is what makes me don't
If
like
you-
I was
work
about to
doing
say, that's
performance
probably why
services.
I'm chilling at the moment.
If
Because
you love me-
they know better.
If you really love me, you gon' come through. You know what I mean? That's just plain and simple.
I'd rather not do it at all. Than discount for you.
Totally agree because if I gotta go back and forth with you before I even execute this,
I don't even want to do business with
I don't
you.
want to work with you.
No.
Right.
and
Absolutely.
that's
Sister,
easy.
brother, cousin,
Anybody.
wife, husband.
I agree. 100%.
And see, that's the thing. That's the balance. It was easy to say that when I got my check every 2 weeks from my main bread and butter.
Right.
But when your back is against the wall and it's how you eat, either you got to deal with it or you got to go back to your
You
work,
have to
your job.
sacrifice.
Oh, especially.
And usually you got to do it. I mean, you could go back to work, but that's your business. You kind of got to take it. I hate it. I don't know. That's what I'm like. So like case in point, Samitra, Rebel, you would say I would just leave the business on the table because, and correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to misquote you. You was like, if you not paying my price or whatever, right? Let's say I don't want to do business with you. How can you say that? You can say that, but I can't say
I was about
that
to say, yeah, I can
because
say
I'll
that
start
with check
crying.
because I got a check coming in.
Right.
I'll turn into the. It'll affect me bad.
But
I get
you don't
angry.
want to get into the habit of taking it on just because, like,
I agree.
it'll make you a media prostitute.
Ooh.
I mean,
Yeah,
people
because
word.
she's right. Because like when you, I guess, quote unquote, like kind of,
They'll pass you around.
once you submitting to that, okay.
Oh,
she's
he
gonna go
could-
tell that next person.
I've been in that position.
Right.
I've been in that
Oh,
position.
he gonna
Pause.
do it for that much money? 'Cause you-
Pause. Times 10.
Right. So he did that for that much money because you haggled him down? Oh, cool. I'm going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
And then it's a never-ending cycle, and that's a hard
They'd be
circle to
ran
get
a
out
whole
of.
train on you for $50.
And you know what's,
Wow.
you know what's worse?
Don't do anything creative for $50. Let me just put that out there.
I agree. I've been down that road. But it's crazy because the ones that want the discount are always the pickiest
Yeah.
ones. It's like, how can you like make these kind of demands and you ain't even
Yeah.
trying to pay up? Like, what's the deal with that?
Right.
You know what I mean?
So my thing is keeping a positive energy around me, and I want to stay in a great mood. So finding the right client, finding the right customer who appreciates the service that you
Right.
provide, and so you can do a good job doing it.
Right.
I don't. Your clients, and this is for all the listeners out there. If you're working with somebody, your clients should not be your enemy. They are not your enemy.
Right.
You have to respect yourself first, respect your own business,
Agreed.
and you look at yourself like you're an employee of your business. So you can't give discounts because that's your job.
Right.
And I feel like just looking at it, like I have to remind myself, my clients are my friends, like but at the same time, like I respect my business, my prices.
It's a thin line between love and hate and friends and business.
And people have to understand that there's a difference between business and personal.
That's
like
true.
it is what it is. There's no hard feelings.
It's business, nothing personal.
Exactly. This is no hard feelings. It's just I'm about my money. I want to make sure that I'm getting my money, and I want to make sure that you're spending your money and getting what you deserve. If you can't respect that, then
AT&T don't know that we friends. NRG don't know that we friends.
The rent,
right, rent.
the stomach when it started growling real loud.
So if you listen,
Go call that one who gave you a discounted fee.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you're listening to the show, I would say, if you have your own business, keep it real, man. Let the people know your price. Assume to sell. That's a term that I learned as an entrepreneur. If somebody say, you know what, I'm gonna call you next week. I need a design. Don't think that they're gonna want the hookup. Automatically assume the sell. It basically means assume you want my services. You're gonna, here you go. This is the prices. I hear a lot of people, they'll, oh man, I know they're gonna try to get me for such and such. No. If they say they want to use you, assume the sale, meaning they're gonna and don't have any hard feelings when you tell them your prices. And I hate giving out prices. I don't give out prices over the phone. Heck, I want to enjoy what I do.
You can't give it over the phone because a lot of times what they're asking for and what they're expecting is that's right here and that's right there. Yeah. You give them that price, it's gonna be for on the lower end. And what they're asking is on the higher end. Yep. So do not give it out up top.
I'm gonna give Nook I'm gonna give Nook the phone call. I'm going to divert the calls to you, and you just read off the list what they want and give them the numbers that's right next to them.
I may have them dressed up in a suit and tie just to get. Hey, if you guys want to actually FaceTime me, we can go ahead and get this contract signed.
It's a premium service.
Serious.
Okay, suit and tie. You know what? That $30. You want a background, lighting? That's fine. $140 right there.
Okay. Listen it up.
Nook you have to use your privilege. We all have used the kid privilege that you have, and don't play games.
Right.
I don't play them games.
Even with the grannies. So I know I'm gonna change the subject a little bit. I'm gonna go back to a conversation that me and Sumitra had. When I say Sumitra, I'm speaking of Artistik Rebel.
It's good.
So
what's up, y'all?
Listen, when we first got together and started doing a podcast, the original conversation that we had was, I am a smartphone photographer. I consider myself a photographer. The mistake that I think I made, I assumed that, I said everyone is a photographer in the sense of everyone who has a smartphone, they take photos. Doesn't mean that they're a great photographer. They're not even a photographer for hire. So Rebel said, no, Chris. We've put in hours upon hours of studying, purchasing lenses, learning these lenses, and I wanted to get the other guest here. Not even, what do y'all think about it? And I'm not saying that everyone's photographers, because I understood what she was saying. They're not. I can give you I can hire you for my wedding, and you bring your iPhone to my wedding. That's not happening. It's just not happening.
You get some good shots until the first dance when they turn that light off.
Yeah.
Those lenses gonna come into play.
Yeah. I run into people who may have taken some nice pictures with their camera, not even a phone, with their camera, and they kind of feel like, you know what? When should I start charging people to say no?
Never.
That DSLR doesn't automatically make you a photographer.
Oh, I'm mirrorless.
No. Explain, what is that? I know it's the Nikon camera.
Oh, yeah. For those who are listening and don't know, DSLR means digital single lens reflex camera. Basically, it's just a fancy camera that it gives you the potential to take really nice pictures, but don't think that because that camera costs $1,200, don't think that you just take a good pictures because you pay for that camera. You still got to know how to work that camera.
That's true.
Yeah. I mean, unless you're an auto shooter, no knock to auto shooters, but if you really want to delve into the art of photography, you have to learn that piece of equipment.
Yeah.
So.
Rebel, what would you say for someone who really wants to learn it? Like for let's say they want to get into photography. They're brand new. They have a camera. They enjoy taking pictures. They're not a photographer yet, but what can they do to better their skills?
Well, like Tony said, learn your camera. Like, even if you have like a $300 camera, like they all have the basic functions. Like, you need to learn what aperture is, shutter is,
ISO.
ISO. Is it aperture? Learn how.
Those are the main three.
Yeah, okay.
The main three
But
things.
yeah,
to learn.
you got to learn your camera. Still look online for resources to you have to study, learn the equipment, learn the lenses,
right.
and just like
And shoot.
you got to definitely shoot.
And yeah. Go ahead. I didn't want to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, you keep going.
Well, I was gonna say, we mentioned this before, but you practice. Shoot whatever you can shoot. Find your niche. Because if you're trying to go into this thing called photography, people are gonna recognize you for a specific type of photography. So once you find that niche, and then people start catching eyes, I feel like that's when you kind of be like, okay, well, yeah, I can do this much money for this much money for that, because then you start to understand the work that goes into it. You understand the passion that you have that goes into it, and it'll pay off.
Oh, and early on, start reading the business side of photography.
Right.
You save yourself a heck of a lot of headaches.
Yeah.
I do
if you
feel
start
like,
reading on marketing and promoting and sales.
And I feel like most artists and creatives, they are great at being a creator. We're not all good at business, and nobody teaches you. You have to almost be self-taught.
I was
if
about
you
to say,
don't have
art
a
school don't
mentor.
even teach you business.
They don't teach you the business side. So I was just thinking, matter of fact, for the podcast and the radio show, y'all are photographers for real.
Right.
My target audience are Danielle, Nook, because they have phones, and it's like, well, what do you want to do? I met a girl, and she's from Houston. She's in LA right now, and she has a camera that has dust on it. She says she don't use the camera. She's intimidated by it. Her photos are amazing. This girl has amazing photo shoots from actual professional photographers.
And she said what? Say it again.
It's in a box. She's intimidated by her camera. Not her phone, her camera. Because she bought it to take some of her own photos, to do some of her own video blogging. And she's hiring me to help teach her just the basic functions on how to do it. I was like, okay, cool. Let's do it. But I think she wants to learn how to just make touch-ups on her own photos. It's just like little stuff.
I was say she want to learn the software.
She want to learn Photoshop,
That's a
not
software
Photoshop.
thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna get it cracking.
She
We're gonna
want to
get it
live on
popping.
YouTube.
I want to talk to all the people with their own
Greatest teacher.
smartphone in front of them. Like, look at your phone, and I want you to visualize that your phone is your, what did I say? You're the most powerful person in the room.
Yeah.
I have to always come back to that affirmation, because your phone can make you the most powerful person in the room.
Right.
True.
Take Nook, for example. If Nook got on Facebook Live every day and had 5 people watching him, his mama, his sister, and whoever, and you stay consistent, eventually that 5 is going to turn into 10.
Yep.
That 10 is going to turn into 20. And people are going to start learning about your personality. So my thing for the rest of the year is to, one, teach people how to take great photos. Just use different apps. As a photographer, I'm going to teach you how to take, use your camera app. But there's a million apps. Like Cash App, I want to go to sleep and wake up with like 50 notifications because somebody bought something, even if it's for $5. But I would sleep when they purchased it. Like, that's my goal. So shout out to Tony, because yesterday at the art show, you have canvases. My eyes lit up because, one, you have product.
Right.
I was like, bro, we got to get those canvases sold. We got to get that product sold.
Got inventory, baby.
So that's what we got to do. That's what I want to figure out. Even on the podcast, even when we talk about whatever we want to talk about with social media, technology, I am chasing that creative life. Like, shout out to the girl who made $1 million with her product.
Yeah.
Like,
That's a
man,
dope
that motivated
story.
me.
Insane.
I just followed her yesterday. I just went and followed her yesterday. That is a
That's
dope story.
motivation. That's definitely motivation.
She made $1 million in 90 minutes.
90 minutes.
90 minutes?
90 minutes. $1 million in 90
Instant
minutes.
Millionaire, yo.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't even know if Bill Gates or 90 minutes,
90
bruh.
minutes.
That's crazy,
That
right?
shows you the power of social media. So you can use your platform in any type of way.
Don't just like
Right.
people share as
Seriously.
well.
Yeah, that's
Share as
true.
well.
I say share, and I also say engagement.
Yeah.
One thing you can do is you comment on other people's posts. Danielle do this
Yes.
great.
Yes,
Like,
I
don't
agree.
just expect people to come to what you got going on. Like,
You
you
got it.
interactive with
Yes.
other people's social media sites, and you are engaging. And I'm sure you got like a lot of followers from the engagement, right?
I mean, but that's like a conversation. You know, it's like
Right.
back and forth.
It's not one-sided.
It's not one-sided, and you're never, I guess, that high enough to where you cannot have a conversation
Right.
or comment. You know, if you see
I
something
agree.
you really
Yeah.
like, or this is like a dope book, or
Yes.
this is a dope podcast, all right, I like that. I'm gonna tune in. Or if this is a nice shirt,
Right.
somebody like. Who are you to think that you're high enough to, not compliment?
Not
It
compliment.
doesn't matter about the followers. Like this comment may bring upon like
Right.
more revenue or more business to
Yep.
your page,
Humility
Right.
takes
and
you a
then in
long way.
return, that's gonna come back to you. So that's that karma. We need
Right.
that good karma.
We need that good
I
karma
agree.
in this room.
Yeah.
I agree.
And I feel like people like Nook, you say you're 11 years old.
Mm-hmm.
By like 18 years old, you should be nice.
be
You should be nice. Your pocket,
You
your
be poppin'.
your bank account should be nice.
That's what we looking for.
Mama over here
We as in us. Yeah.
And then my photographers over here, Rebel and Tony, man, they are dope because they do t-shirt designs and they do the canvases.
Paintings up. I got 230 by 40s waiting on. I've been
30
sick
by
the past
40s.
couple of days, but I'm back on it.
I was really thinking, like, man, we might have to do a collaboration.
We
and
do.
a art show
I say,
or
do
a
our own
photography
art
show.
show.
Absolutely, we do.
Should I bring the lights and everything? I can shoot, sell, whatever.
You could do an online art show as well.
Oh. Oh.
Do I need to produce
Do tell.
Tell, enlighten. I need to learn about this.
an online art show? You go live. You have your product
Just display.
on your easel.
Yo.
Come on now.
I can set that up
This
in the
is
crib.
it. We're talking about social media and influence.
I like
you telling
that.
me, oh, who was that? Somebody was on live. He was on your live when we was in the car.
Right,
Somebody was
right.
in London.
Yeah.
Shipping and handling.
Yeah.
Come on now.
There
It's
you
a
go.
million and one
Yes.
hustle.
Okay.
You do not have to be there.
seriously.
Danielle over here dropping them jewels.
Hold on. I have to get Danielle credentials. She's in the building. You went to school for this.
I did.
You went to school
Okay,
for this.
Okay.
Yeah.
More
I mean,
jewels
but-
than Jerry, baby.
Seriously. But that's like, for the people that are not in town, who are not in Houston, you telling me you have product.
Right.
You set it up.
Okay.
You have to produce it. Okay, we're going live at 8 o'clock on Tuesday,
It gotta be
December
produced.
the 13th. You can see all this product. Whatever you guys have. T-shirts, easels, 5x10s, 6x7s, all of that. Throwing a little
Yeah.
wing dinner too,
Hey, my brother cooks.
Oh, and your brother. Matter of fact, shout out your brother real
He a
quick.
chef?
Shout out your brother. He's going
He
to
cooks. We ain't trying to get him to chef level.
Oh, okay.
You know what? We are going to. I remember you saying he was going to cook for us one day.
Yeah.
Whatever we got to put in on it. The catfish goes hard. He has to do the catfish.
I forgot
Bring him
that,
on the
Jay.
mic. Yes. And Danielle loves to eat. She loves food.
Connoisseur.
She's a foodie.
Oh yeah, we get
She's a
along,
foodie.
man. I like to
came
eat.
to the house
I
that
like
day.
to
My
eat.
brother was hooking
Every day.
over there,
I
whipping it up
snap.
in the kitchen. Chris was like, "You right on time. I ain't ate today."
I'm gonna do that online thing.
You gotta
bro. I
support
like
your
that.
people. You
I
have
like
to support
that.
your people that are serious about their passion.
Their passion.
Who was that? Erica Badu? You know that famous quote.
Please
keep in mind that I'm
we
an
are
artist.
We
And
are
I'm
sensitive about our
Ish, yeah.
Seriously.
But what we're gonna do is I have to come to a close, and we got to keep this
We need an
conversation
after
going.
show going in this
I know,
joint.
right? We have some good combo over here.
We're going live.
Because this is the progressive conversation that I want us to be at. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
we too smart, man. When I see people making
Chris
millions
sent
of
that
dollars.
text today. Chris was like, "We too humble."
He did say that. He did say that.
I did, man. You know what humble is. You know what humility is, and you know when you have it. But you have to know when to turn on those jets
Yeah.
and be
No.
like, man, I'm
That is
almost
so my struggle.
10
Gotta own
years
it,
in
right.
the game.
I'm the same way, right?
But man, we're gonna shout out to all the listeners that's listening. I know you should have recorded this conversation. You
Great
should have recorded it,
conversation.
but it won't be the last. Again, 92 KELZ. That's what you're listening to. I'm your boy C. Allen and Tony and Artistik Rebel. Man, I gotta remember everybody's name. Nook, the intern. Man, you are soaking in all of this good knowledge.
He don't
man.
understand. He's very fortunate and very blessed.